In this video, we're going to find an amount given a percent and a whole in application problems. So find the indicated amounts, round your final answer to 2 decimal places as needed. We can use our calculator, but we need to write down the expression that we put in the calculator. So let's get our highlighters ready. Joey is taking a road trip from New York to DC. The trip is 226 miles, and so far he has driven 43% of the trip. So that is our given information, and our goal for this part is how many miles has Joey driven so far, and we're going to write our answer as a complete sentence. So notice that we're given the number of miles in the total trip, that will be our whole, and we're given the percent of the trip that he has driven so far. So we want to take our whole 226 miles and find 43%, or 43 out of 100 of the 226 miles. So let's put this in the calculator. 226, 43 copies of 1/100th or 1% of the trip gives us 97.18 miles. So as a complete sentence, Joey has traveled 97.18 miles so far. Next, we're asked, how many miles does Joey have left to travel? Well, we know the total trip is 226 miles, and we found that he's already driven 97.18. So we can find the difference between those two values to see what part of the trip he has left in miles. So 226 minus 97.18 leaves another 128.82 miles remaining. And finally, we're asked, what percent of miles does Joey have left to travel? Now we can think of this in a couple of ways. He has 128.82 miles out of 226 miles remaining, and we can find that as a percent by multiplying this ratio by 100%. So we have this is already in there, divide by the total trip, and multiply by 100. And we get 57%. That looks like an S. Okay. Now notice he had already driven 43%, and the two values combined, how much he's driven and how much he has left to drive, should total the whole trip, or 100%. So something we could have done that would have been easier, and it is your choice, is to take the whole trip, subtract off the percentage of the trip he's traveled, and we'll have the percent that remains. Let's look at the next one. Erica went shopping in Tempe and spent $213.53 on new work clothes. The sales tax rate in Tempe is 8.1%. And now we're asked, how much tax will Erica have to pay? Write your answer as a complete sentence. So the tax is a percentage of the amount you purchase. So our whole is $213.53, and we want to find 8.1%, which is 8.1 divided by 100. So we'll put this in the calculator, times 8.1 divided by 100. We will round this to 2 decimal places, which has us round up from 17.29 to 17.30. So $17.30. Oh, complete sentence. She will pay $17.30 in sales tax. Next, we're asked, what is the total cost of her purchase including tax? Well, we have the cost of her clothes is $213.53 plus the cost of the tax, which is $17.30, and those two amounts combined, adding them together, gives us $230.83. And finally, we're asked what percent, let's highlight this, is the total cost of her purchase compared to the total cost without tax. Okay, so this is a multiplicative comparison, and we want to compare the total cost, so total compared to the cost without tax. So we're going to write this as a ratio, and then we're going to change this ratio to a percent. So the total cost is $230.83. The cost without tax was $213.53. And to write this as a percent, we multiply by 100%. Oh, so I have 230.83 is already in there. Let's divide by 213.53 and multiply by 100. So rounding to two decimal places, we have 108.1%. Okay. So I'd like you to notice, I hope this number looks familiar, the tax was 8.1%. Okay. And we could think of the cost of our work clothes, that was the whole that we were comparing it to. So the cost without tax plus the tax equals the total. And this applies as well to the percentages. So the cost without tax was 100%. The tax of the whole, the tax is 8.1% of the whole. So her total cost, adding these up, is 108.1%, just like we found here. Let's look at the last one. Ahmed went shopping for a tablet. The regular price was listed as $370. The store was having a 20% off sale. And we are asked, how much will Ahmed save because of the sale? Write your answer as a complete sentence. Okay, so this is a sale price problem. And again, notice that it says 20% off sale. This is not a 20% of sale. Okay, so he's not paying 20% of the $370. He's paying 20% off. Okay, so how much will he save? He will save 20% of the $370. This is his savings times 20 divided by 100. So he will save $74. Now we're asked, what is the reduced price of the tablet after the discount? Well, the original price was $370. 20% off is $74, and that gives us $296. Okay, so this is the reduced price of the tablet. Now we're asked to find what percent is the reduced price of his purchase compared to the original price? Okay, and we're asked to find that as a percent. So first we find this as a ratio, and then we write it as a percent. So the reduced price is $296. The original price is $370. And to write this as a percent, we multiply by 100%. And our result is 80%. Okay. So notice the store had a 20% off sale. Okay, and that means he paid 80% of the original price. So another way to find this value was original price, or how we found it here, minus the discount. Sorry, that was a little bit sloppy. Minus the discount equals the sales price, or the sale price. And in terms of percentages, 100% minus the 20% off means that he's going to pay 80% of the original price of the tablet on the sale price. Okay, so a lot of times you'll be asked to find a sales price. You can compute the amount of the sale and subtract it, or we could have, and they asked for that value, but if you only want to find the sales price, it would be the 370. We're taking 20% off, which means 80% of, which gives us the sales price.